You gonna do it?
Ba-da-da-ba-da.
Halala Show. Hey, welcome to mix number 4. No audio issue sana today.
Yay! Because I set it up this time.
Shade. Shade agad. Already. Welcome to the Halo Show. Of course, this is mix number 4. And
Already? Wow.
Galing.
I really wanted to say that.
Actually, last time, di ba we said, veterans na tayo. And then everything messed up.
I know, right? So we can't
We're
say
just
that
new.
anymore. Yeah.
We're number 10 now on Spotify. Nakita mo yun? We're number 10
Yay!
again, and then we fall out. So please keep listening. If it's your first time here, we recommend you listen to mixes 1 through 3.
Mm-hmm.
We're
not far along.
Yeah, that's true. And it's also, but the great thing is it's not in any order. So we just basically, the only thing maybe you're missing out on, and if you don't listen to the latest one, is the new stuff. But if you're already here, then you know what the deal is.
Yeah. I feel like we're kind of like Friends. You know that TV show where you can just watch any episode and you'll get it?
Nah.
So we're kind of like...
Sino ka ba sa Friends? Who are you?
I'm a Phoebe. I want to be a Phoebe,
You
actually.
are a Phoebe. Smelly
Yeah.
cat, you. Okay. So today we're going to be doing weekend review. So what Rica and I did throughout the week since our last recording.
Okay.
Our TTs for the day. TTs, trending topics.
We love our TTs.
Talking about the lottery. If you're listening now, if no one's won it yet.
How much?
It's like 850 million
Lord.
pesos.
Lord, mabait naman ako eh. Lord.
And also, we're recording this on a Wednesday, but of course it's going to be shown on Monday. But this Wednesday,
Don't we always...
This past Wednesday,
Okay.
Instagram crashed, yo.
I know.
So that's our TT for the day. We'll talk about that. And then the last thing, last section, if we can get to it, the gata sa question.
Okay, so a couple of people sent in their questions over at Instagram. Thank you, by the way.
We'll do that later on. So let's get the show started. Weekend review. Rica G, what did you do this week?
Can you start first?
You want me to start?
Yeah, because I started last time.
Okay, what did I do? Okay, so over the weekend, I hosted something called World of Wine. It's basically a wine festival of sorts. It was at Shangri-La Mall.
Okay.
And oh my God, there's so much I did not know about wine. I mean, if you really think about it, I learned about like wine from all over the world.
Right.
There's obviously the like France and then like Italy, but then there's like lesser known places like Germany. You know, Germany is the number 8 exporter of wine.
Of wine?
But they specifically usually deal with white wine. I mean, they have red wine too.
Okay.
But like 80% of their wine is white wine.
White wine.
And what I learned there was that, I mean, why is it that here in the Philippines, red wine is more popular than white wine? But typically, white wine is chilled, right? It's chilled. Did you know that? You didn't know that?
You know what? I actually just...
No, gin bulag ka lang na.
Hindi,
gin
ganito
bulag.
kasi, before we had like a party here and then one of our bosses, Sir Paeng, brought wine, right?
Yeah, he loves wine.
Always. Like, he always has wine. And then I was thinking, bakit ang init? And then they were all looking at me like in a...
Did you ask for ice?
No, I was just thinking, why isn't it chilled?
Ah.
And then they were all looking at me saying, it's not supposed to be chilled, you know? I was like, oh, okay. And then I went...
Well, red wine typically is not supposed to be chilled.
Umuwi ako, tinanggal ko lahat ng red wine sa ref namin.
No, but I asked one of the wine expert dudes there. He said, pwede naman i-store. Some red wine is okay chilled. Though.
Yeah. And
it's not. I don't think it's like a super taboo thing to have red wine that's cold.
And remember, like, Diane Keaton likes red wine with ice. And she has like a line of red wine and then she puts ice on it.
Parang mga Pinoy, no? Beer and ice.
Yeah, beer and ice.
Before,
why? Don't you like?
No. Before I came here, beer and ice is not a thing. You're not supposed to, I mean...
Yeah, because it waters down.
For the beer purists out there, diba, you're not really supposed to put ice because it waters it down.
Yeah.
But I remember I would vacation here in the Philippines before. And, yun, may, ice bucket, waiter, isang ice bucket.
Kasi hindi pa uso sa amin before yung yung zero.
Yung, cool, below zero.
Yeah, below zero
beer.
Kind of thing. Yeah.
But yeah, I just thought it was super interesting that we use ice here for beer. For me, it's same lang, because I'm not like a beer expert.
Right.
Feel ko, but if you're like really into beer, you'd be like shocked.
Kumbaga, gusto mo lang talaga malasing.
That's true. Mga Red Horse,
you
diba?
just wanna get
Nakakailan
buzz.
Red Horse ka ba? Before. Now I can only drink one before I get dizzy.
If I, before siguro mga 7, ganun.
7?
Yung mga
Oh, actually ako din 7.
Yeah,
yung
diba?
malaki though, the 500.
No,
500.
well, I can't. No.
Red boy, red deer, red boy, red horse, beer, litro. Lasing na yata ako. Because di ba litro, the big one?
Litro. No, I catch. Just like the small ones. And then, on a good day, yung kapag gusto ko talaga uminom, maybe like 5 or like 4 or 5. Ganun.
The 250.
Yeah, the 250.
Okay.
And then, like, kapag yung super duper wasak na, so mga 8. But, it doesn't really happen.
Okay, anyway, so back to my story. I lost track. White wine. He was the German wine expert. Is like, I was wondering why Filipinos don't drink more white wine, because typically white wine is chilled.
Yeah.
And I agreed with him. I was like, yeah, you know what? It's freaking hot here. So parang init. That I would want to drink something cold. So I ended up buying 6 bottles of wine.
Whoa!
I did.
Wine connoisseur.
But I also learned pala
Okay.
that there's a misconception that wine is very
For chuchi,
expensive.
ganun,
Chuchi? What's that?
Yung parang pang ano lang,
Burgis?
mayaman, ganun, burgis.
Chuchi is the same thing. Where did that come from?
I really don't know.
Okay.
I just kind of
Anyway, so yeah, there's like the chuchi-ness. Chuchi-ness. But it's not. It was actually, if you compare it to, let's say, mga black label, mga whiskey, it's sometimes it's even cheaper. You can get a bottle for like, at least there, it was like, you can get as cheap as, I don't know, $250.
Really?
Yeah. But then, of
Like
course, there's
wine.
the high-end ones.
Yeah.
But to me, wala. Hindi naman ako I don't really, it's all the same to me. So, I learned about wine. And
I remember I had a friend, actually now I have a friend who works in the wine business. They actually had like an event also a few weeks back. And then I remember she took an exam for like the wine.
Sommelier.
Oh, parang ganun. And then she took an exam. And then in the class, there were like, I don't know, like 12, 10 people or something. And then some of them were just like, it was just their hobby. They just really wanted to take the test, but for her it was part of her job.
I highly recommend, by the way, to anyone who I don't think it's on Netflix, but I watched it a long time ago. It's this documentary called SOM, SOMM.
Okay.
It's about wine sommelier. So I think I don't
pala sabihin.
Sommelier.
Yeah,
but I think
parang smelly na.
Sommelier.
Sommelier. It's sommelier.
Ano, amoy na yun, sommelier
dito.
But it's about wine sommeliers, and I think that's I don't quote us on this, but it's like the expert that like everything about wine, and it follows the journey of I think 4 guys who are trying to become grandmaster sommeliers, and it's so intense. Like from their practices, when they smell the wine, just from the smell, without tasting it, they can tell you where it's from. What kind of grape it was, what kind of soil it was grown in. Sobrang cool.
Wow,
yeah,
really?
So if you get a chance to check out that documentary, it's called SOM. Anyway, moving on to you, Rica G. What did you do this week?
This weekend, or the past week actually, I also had a hosting.
Yeah.
So same.
Money.
We need it.
You need money.
No, also it's because it was a nice event. It was called Juan Earth.
Juan.
And then it was cut into 2, what do you call that? Segments. Like
Portions.
the morning event.
Half and the night half.
And then the night half. And then
You hosted both halves?
I hosted the night half. And then they invited people from Cara Welfare, the animal what do you call that?
What is that? What's Cara Welfare?
They
I don't know.
take care of animals. Like what do you call that? Cara Welfare. There.
It's like a shelter?
Yeah, a shelter. There we go.
Okay.
And then you can adopt from them. And then they had a talk from Haribon. Haribon.
It was gummies?
No.
Ay, Haribo pa yun. What's Haribon?
It's like what do you call this? Haribon Foundation.
Ikaw nag-host, I don't know what you're talking about.
Wait, it's just like, nawawala kasi sa utak ko eh. Basta, it's a foundation.
So basically, it was for, not necessarily charity, but it was like for the betterment of...
Yes, of Mother Earth. There we go. So Haribon and everything, and this biological institute in UP, and they talked about how to take care of the marine ecosystem when you're surfing, like in La Union, when you're there, and stuff like that. It was pretty cool. And actually, the coolest thing about that night was the organizers. It was so easy to work with them. Like, you know how, I mean, I'm not shading anyone, but it's just sometimes there are organizers who are just, or
Yes, you know what? You don't have to sugarcoat it. There are some really terrible organizers.
And their events talaga na they're super duper complicated.
Yes.
This
daming
one,
changes on the script.
And even how they do the changes in that event, it was so smooth and they were all just so nice. I don't know why. Like, it was just so nice and nobody was stressed and stuff like that. And
smooth program.
Super smooth
the
program.
Best, the best.
And then Silent Sanctuary performed at the end of the night. And people went crazy.
Wait, Lexi's favorite. Lexi
I know.
Silent Sanctuary.
Really? Yeah. So it was a pretty cool event and I learned a lot actually. Kasi parang, sometimes when you're a host, you get distracted with your script and stuff like that. But because of the organizers, I had the chance to listen in on the talks and I didn't have to practice whatever backstage or something like that.
So what what were the takeaways that you got from like the organizations that were
I'm really interested in this one program where you can adopt a pawikan.
What's a pawikan?
A pawikan is like is it a turtle?
It's a bird? It's a turtle. I don't know what it is.
The bigger one.
Okay, turtle. So it's like a turtle.
Yeah, parang ganon. Pawikan. And then, what's cool about the pawikan is where you set them free in the ocean, in 20 years, dun din sila babalik. Like, they have like this, what do you call that?
Yeah, like a come back home, whatever.
Dun din sila babalik. But the thing is, super dami mong pinapakawalan na pawikan, but only, how many %?
Come back.
Yeah, only just like mga 1% or something like that yung bumabalik, which means we really have to make it a point to release a lot of pawikan in the ocean. And actually, I learned that they eat jellyfish. So without them, we're gonna have like loads of jellyfish in the ocean.
Do you eat jellyfish? No, people eat jellyfish. Di ba I remember.
Chinese?
Yeah.
Chinese. I don't think that's jellyfish.
Is that not real jellyfish?
Wait, I think they just call it jellyfish. But
really?
It's seaweed.
Is it okay?
Yeah.
No, because I went out one time with my friend.
Can I search?
Search it.
Can I search?
Okay, I'll just tell my story while you search online. I went to it was late night drinking, and then there's we went to a Chinese restaurant. I think it was on North Park yata. And there's like a jellyfish dish, and then the girl who I was with, my friend, she said hey, I'm gonna get the jellyfish thing. And me and the other guy that I was with, we were like, is that really jellyfish? And she was super convinced that it was. So yun tuloy na I was also super convinced that it was.
It says here it is.
I don't know if any of the no.
It's this one but it's Wikipedia.
Mga leche babes, if you know.
Leche
babes. Ube babes, leche fans. If you know, let us know. But I'm pretty sure it was jellyfish.
Well,
anyway,
if it was, then I eat it all the time.
So at least really okay. Anyway, so that's all you did this weekend or this week?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty much.
Well, segueing from there, I also did this week. Nagtaya ako sa lotto.
Ooh.
Because our first TT trending topic of the day, the lottery. It's like 850 million pesos now.
Sorry guys.
Oh my god. But anyway, it's like 850 million pesos now. I've also been told that before, I think it was only this year, it used to be non-taxable yata.
Okay.
So if you won, hypothetically, if you won now, back in the day, you would take home the full 850. Whoa. But I think there's a 20% tax now, according to our
Do you know why they started taxing people?
I don't know.
Because it was that big.
It was, I think even before. But anyway, so even give or take 850 after, if let's say you win, it's about, let me see, 850 times 0.8. 680 million pesos.
Damn.
So
that's a lot. I mean, sorry.
Can you imagine winning that? I have called that, I think I tweeted it once. I call it change the world money. That's the kind of money.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
But
how much money that is.
Can you imagine the first day after you won the lottery? What would you do? Where will you go? And what's the first step? I mean, do you go to PCSO right away? Or to the bank or whatever?
That's, I don't think, obviously, I don't think they're going to give it to you straight up in cash.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't actually know how the money gets distributed.
You want to know?
But I think it's, in the US, kasi it's different in the US. The US, you can either take the lump sum, which is it's less than the full value, but you can get this whole lump sum and it's all yours. But then there's also an option where you can get it monthly at that. Okay. You get the full amount, but it comes in smaller amounts every month. So throughout your lifetime. So most people opt to take the lump sum because you get the whole thing up front. Here, I don't know how it
it's
works.
okay.
But let's just pretend, for the sake of simplicity, that you win, you get all 600 whatever. What I think the thing that I want to know is how you would use it. How would you use it? I mean, what would you do? Do you have a plan? I've already made plans in my head. I'll tell you after you're done.
First one is I would buy a house for myself, my dream house. In a hindi naman like yung super high-end neighborhood or something. Somewhere really nice.
Philippines.
Okay,
Philippines.
And then I would buy a house for my family, or my parents also. And then plan a trip. Plan a trip to Ireland.
Oh, that's right. That's your dream destination, right?
Yeah, maybe just like stay there for a month in a castle.
And you can, because I think castles it's not like just off limits. I think you can actually stay in castles.
Yeah, you can rent a castle, and there's like a hotel, like a hotel in a castle and stuff like that. And then, final thing is, I would set up a business, probably like a restaurant or something here.
What would you call it?
I don't know yet. Oh, also, I would like to continue my mom's business idea.
Don't share it to everyone.
No, but I mean, there we go. My mom's business idea.
I have a huge game plan.
All right, go.
Okay, my game plan. Let's say 680 million. I'm just gonna break it down really quick. 680 M, right? You buy like mga 20 condos for high end, the ones that cost like 10 million each. So if you buy 20 of those, that's 200 million, right?
Okay.
So 200 million. You rent each one of those out, because I think if you buy one 10 million condo, you could probably rent that out for maybe 40K, 50K, no, 50 to 60K per month. But you would rent it out for, let's say, 50 lang, so that you go less. So you have 20 of those. That means every month you make like 1 million. 1 million pesos, right? 1 million pesos, that's just passive income. So the rest, I'd give 100 million to my mom. And then I would give like 400 million away. But I wouldn't just give it away, because not like to one person.
Where?
Oh, that's
like
the thing.
Towards me.
Here's the
Dapat if you're gonna like throw it or give it away, dapat nandito.
Well, actually, I promised Alvin and Lexi, our co-DJs, 2 million each na. Hi Alvin, hi Lexi.
Itatapon mo. May balde na ako. Naka-ready na yung balde ko, guys.
No, it's I want to create a YouTube channel / or even like a TV channel, but siguro YouTube, so that you can online. And it would be a show where you just help out. Every episode will be you help out a family. Ooh. So you'd have a full production crew. You get to pay them like above minimum wage. I mean, you pay them a good salary because you have all this money now. You're making 1 million pesos per month doing nothing. I mean, just renting out those condos that you bought, and then every episode you change someone's life. That's why I say it's called Change the World Money. It's so cool.
The Filipino Ellen.
Yeah. Anyway.
Or Oprah.
That's true.
Or who else gives away money in the US?
A lot. I mean, you know what? You don't hear too much about...
like the one who has like the big checks.
Warren Buffett?
I don't know.
Well, like there's a lot of billionaires that are what's the word for philanthropists?
Philanthropists.
Like Bill Gates gives away millions. I think even billions of dollars.
The only not really interaction, or like the before, because I studied in UPLB, there's a Rice Research Institute there where Bill Gates visits like once a year or something.
Oh, he comes
here?
Like
once a year there's like a random helicopter landing on like their helipad, and then he just checks around and then okay, bye. And then that's it.
Damn.
And
have you seen him? Did you see him?
I saw the helicopter.
Oh, but you didn't see him.
I saw the pictures that he was there. And then the funny thing is, we know he's there. It's because the security is heightened in the university and stuff like that. So we're like, and then it's like a running joke.
It makes you think, like, who would? I mean, just off topic here.
Right.
The security, right, for Bill Gates, blah blah blah. Who's trying to like take out Bill Gates? I mean, what? Who's like? Apple assassins. Like, I mean, who's trying to? I mean, I get it if you're like
the AAs.
The AAs.
Apple assassons.
I get it if you're maybe I get it if you are maybe like the president or something.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess.
I don't know. He's like a high profile person.
He is.
So...
No, I'm just trying to think who would. I mean, what motivation would someone have to take out Bill Gates?
Yeah.
Baka ma-block tayo, no? We're just kidding, by the way, guys. This is just a joke.
Don't cancel my subscription to, like, whatever.
Microsoft. Yeah, so, anyway. I forgot what I was saying now about
I also forgot.
Oh, no.
Your Change the World.
No. It was after that. Oh, the reason why I wanted to do it in that style is I don't really super believe in all charities.
Oh, okay.
I don't like giving to charity, not because I'm kuripot. I am kuripot, but it's just that I don't see where the money goes.
Oh,
Does that make sense?
Yeah, I get it.
I want like a full transparency thing. So if I ever win this lotto and I do the YouTube thing, if someone like all that income I would earn from, let's say, the ads from YouTube, I would put it back. Like, and I would show you exactly where the money goes, how much we bought the house for, the toiletries, the clothes,
it's like you
the job training.
Want them to get the money like physically in their hands.
Yeah, I had this dream once where I wanted to create a charity where when you donate, you get like a receipt for your donation showing exactly what your money bought. Okay. I thought, and then you could like, wala lang, I just, it was a pipe dream, but I think it's really cool. So hopefully we win the lotto.
Yeah, you know what? Actually, that's like a really good idea because like whenever, okay, fine, it's not like money, but whenever you donate something like for, let's say, survivors of the flood or something like that,
yes.
Most of the time you see, or like from time to time you see news where you see like warehouses filled with rice and stuff like that where people donated and then nasasayang lang because they kept it there and they didn't know how to distribute it and stuff like that.
Yeah,
so I think that's a nice idea,
right.
You know, like you physically see where
it goes. I think
know?
that's really cool, and I think it would tie in with the whole generation of like wanting to see things online, social media, which brings us to our next topic. Galing ko mag-segue, high five nga. What? Why are you choking on your drink? Did you not think that I was... Ang galing na. High five, high five,
nice, high five.
Instagram.
Okay, Instagram.
Instagram. Shut. Oh, by the way, if we win the lotto, we're going to be podcasting live from Ireland next week.
Oh, yeah.
But moving on to Instagram. So today, which is a Wednesday, but of course you're listening to this on a Monday, Wednesday afternoon. Instagram.
The internet world shited itself.
It crashed. Not just in the Philippines, not on because of the Wi-Fi here or like a network here.
Grabe ka naman sa Wi-Fi natin.
Pangit kayo ng Wi-Fi. Not here in the building. Pangit ng Wi-Fi sa Pilipinos.
Yeah, I know.
But the whole world, I think.
Yeah.
Instagram didn't refresh, dude. You couldn't upload stories.
Do you have theories why?
Well, di ba one of the Instagram or both Instagram people left? Something like that. The owners. I think one of them left. I'm not sure if that caused...
Oh, yeah.
Do I have theories?
Like, I don't know, just like funny theories that you have.
What, like they're trying to take out Bill Gates?
Like may dalawang nag-away na, I don't know, like...
Mga
tech superstars. Tapos biglang, sige fine, just to like,
baka maybe like, maybe sino yung number one? Si Selena Gomez. Maybe Selena Gomez deleted her account or something.
Oh, right.
Di ba she's like the most followed person on Instagram?
Oh, really?
She's like 100 plus million people.
I wonder if she gets money from it.
Yeah, she does.
From Instagram?
Yeah, she does.
Just by posting? Okay. I'm just saying.
No, I there's mean, like, people here. We've made money posting.
No, just by posting like about nothing. Like not like endorsing anything or, you know. Just by
like
posting.
Like a picture of like a bird.
Yeah, tapos parang it's like a quote. You know, something like that.
Oh, I guess so. I guess not then. Probably not. Yeah. Well, I don't know. I don't think so. But maybe.
Obviously, if she's endorsing something, she's gonna make money.
So just a random post? I don't think so. Probably not.
I don't know.
She doesn't need the money anyway. She's so rich.
I need the money, Selena.
Okay, so the Instagram crash, which was interesting to me because it everybody, like people who I don't even really like think as someone who's super into Instagram, they were like, dude, is your Instagram working? Alvin, I mean, Alvin, he uses Instagram, but he's not like super Instagram, whatever. But he's like, yo, man, is your Instagram refreshing? And I was like, I checked it. I was like, no, it's not. And then Reese, our friend Reese from the foodie station, she messaged me on Viber. She said, no, Jace,
what's happening?
Ano nangyayari sa Instagram? Is your Instagram working? Both my accounts aren't working. So I tried it out, and it wasn't working, dude. I know. It was crazy.
People went crazy, and people went crazy specifically on Twitter.
Twitter,
you know,
yeah.
They all went to Twitter. They were all like, "Oh, one app isn't working. Let me go to another app." But you know, I was actually refreshing my page as well, and in my mind, I was just thinking because I already saw that Instagram crash and stuff. I was just thinking, so who are you at the end of the day without Instagram?
Dude, actually,
Diba?
Reese actually posed a question.
Okay.
She said, what would happen if your followers went to zero? Or what if Instagram just flamed out?
Yeah.
Just shut down?
Like in the middle of everything. Not like yung parang wala nang nandun.
Wala na. As in, it was gone. It was gone. Like, you can't open it. Like the Uber dito sa Pilipinas. Wala na. Sorry.
Which, by the way, I just deleted my Uber a while ago. Like,
your app?
This morning.
You're late to the party. Why?
Hindi, kasi parang I kind of kept it.
Wala ka ng space sa cellphone.
No. I kind of kept it hoping that it would come back.
Nah.
You know. Anyway. Okay, go.
What would you be? Or what would you do without Instagram? How would you react? First of all, how would you react, Rica?
First of all, I would want to see how other people react.
Really. And then you would search their Instagram to see how they react.
Or I would search their Twitter because Instagram is not there anymore. I would be like, I wonder what they're saying or what they're thinking. Especially like those big name influencers. I mean, like, I'm not shitting on your job or anything.
Yeah.
It's just that if it happens,
dude, that's their life. That's their livelihood.
And it's a serious thing. But if that happens, I just want to know how you think about it. And you know how some people are business minded.
Yes.
So I'm sure they're not gonna be like yung kakabahan or anything.
Yeah, they'll find ways to work around. But then there's people who, and I think a lot of people can understand this, that there are people who live their whole lives through social media, which is actually related to something that I posted recently. Di ba last mix? Yeah. Was it last mix pa? We were talking about how, or maybe it was mix 2. I forgot what it was. We were talking about how Instagram was, for me, became more of a business.
Oh, yeah. I think it was mix 1.
Okay, it might have been.
Anyway.
So, lately, I've been like...
apat pala episodes natin.
Ahaba kasi.
Feel na feel.
I posted recently about how I personally, I'm not speaking for everybody, just me, myself, and I. Okay, kaya mo yan.
You three. What's happening in your head?
It's that I was so focused on numbers, analytics, logistics.
Okay, yeah.
I was so worried about like how many, because for some reason from June to like this until now, I used to get like lots and lots of engagement on my pictures. And then recently it dropped, let's just say for the sake of simplicity, about 50% of what so if let's say I used to get 3,000 likes in a photo, I would only get 1,500 or 1,000. Sometimes I'm not even reaching 1,000 now. And a part of me was really affected by it.
Yeah.
Legit.
I remember you talking about it all the time.
Business sense of me was affected because I do make some money on Instagram. And of course, marketers want the people who people are engaged with.
Yeah.
So the less engagement you have, the less likely they're going to get you. That was what was in my head.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, fuck, how many likes did I get? How come I'm not getting as many? I need to ask people to comment on my shit. It's true. I mean, I would go to around the office. And I'd be like, yo.
You would get people's phones.
I would get,
and go on their Instagram.
I would go on, Rika, pahirap mo yung phone ko. Gusto ko makita yung ano.
Gusto ko makita. Yeah. And liking all his photos. And I'm like, don't you want genuine
genuine hindi
reactions?
Lang. No, because I was trying to combat the Instagram algorithm. Kasi hindi lumalabas post ko sa
mga feed. Genuine na lahat yun.
Okay, so anyway. It really struck me as like, man, my mind is all fucked up. I was like, I can't believe that this is something that I really care about.
You know what? Actually have a related story. The first time I realized, or like that came to me, that your Instagram following or something is very, very important. When I auditioned for this one part for like a TV hosting or something, and then they saw my Instagram account, or they asked me, how many followers do you have?
Yes.
And that was a time where I had like 4,000 followers.
Konti lang. And then, compared to now, right?
Yeah, compared to now, and compared to other people.
Definitely.
So I saw their faces, like all their faces. They were like, and I was like, I never really knew that it was super duper important.
It's a superficial, that's some superficial bullshit.
Yeah, and after that, so I was doing very well on like the first paragraph. After I saw their faces, kasi they interrupted me, parang nabulol na ako. I didn't know what to say. I said the wrong name. So ultimately, I didn't get the part, but yeah.
I can relate with that because it's all about, like I said, the numbers were so on my mind. Not only because of business, by the way. It's because it does give you, and as much as I hate to admit it, it gives you a source of like social proof.
Yeah.
Like the more followers you have, that means, I mean, just in terms of, if you look at the number, most people think the higher the number, the more you are somebody. And that I think is so terrible, but that's just what we live with right now.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to shift away from that.
Right.
But I have a cuento. Actually, I've never really...
That's some Black Mirror shit.
Yeah.
Right?
I also did a similar... Was that for Solar?
Where?
The
What?
thing that you auditioned for.
No.
Okay, I auditioned for something in Solar. Anyway, I don't
They
want
also asked you the question.
Yeah, they asked how many followers I had. And you know what? I don't want to say if I won or lost because of that. I mean, I didn't get it. But was it a possibility? Yeah. It would suck, right? If they got somebody else simply because they had more followers, but you were better. And it kind of ties into the whole superficial thing. So the thing I want to just really quickly touch upon, I do TV hosting sometimes before.
Yeah.
I used to have consistent jobs in doing TV hosting, right?
Anyari?
Wala lang. It didn't work out for some things, and
Your
of course
heart was in another place.
no, not naman. It was just that things happen. But the thing that I really recall about working on TV was how big I appeared on camera, right? Because the camera adds 10 pounds, as they always say. And me, I'm not super conscious about my weight, but I do think about it, and I do try to be, body positive, etc., etc. But dude, imagine your boss telling you, for example, you're good at your job. Like you're good at interviewing, you're good at talking, but it's not good enough because of how you look.
Wait, they really told
They didn't say it in those words per se,
but you kind of felt it.
So can you imagine? Just
Yikes,
go to a different job, right? Go to let's say a chef. You say, "Hey chef, galing mo magluto ng ng pizza."
Right.
You manage your staff well, and you're doing a great job in terms of on paper.
Yeah.
But you're still not enough because of how you look. That would never fly, right? That's some bullshit.
Yeah.
So of course on TV there's a physical aspect, and I understand it. I'm not saying that it maybe it should change, but actually no, I fuck that. I think it should change. I think
it should.
Yeah, but I also understand why they do it. I acknowledge why it does, because visually the if you look better, if you are sexier, blah blah blah, it's easier for them as a station or as a TV show or as a online promoter, blah blah whatever, to sell you. It's just that's just the way it is.
Yeah.
But I think it's because we have this preconceived notion of what looks good. So blah blah blah. So anyway, that's the reason why I kind of didn't really. I lost a big part of my parang drive to get in. No. Okay. I really wanted to. I know I made kwento before, but I came out here to the Philippines before. My goal talaga was showbiz.
Okay.
Just being straightforward with it. Kasi when you're in the States, I don't know if they do that. Do they do that here?
What?
Sa States kasi, if you have Filipino parties, mga friends ng mama mo, friends ng auntie mo, when they see you, and if let's say you're good looking ish. I'm not trying to be makapal yung mukha.
Hindi, gets.
But they'll say, "Oy, punta ka sa Pilipinas. Maging artista ka."
Well, yeah, they kind of do it here.
They kind of do it here. Like, "Oy, pwede ka maging artista,
Bata pa nga lang, they would be like, "Ay, ganda nito. Dapat mag-ano ka."
Going bulilit, no?
Oo, parang, dapat mag-artista ka, mag-TV ka. Or like, what do you call that? Beauty queen.
Yun.
Dapat mag-beauty queen ka.
Pageant, diba? So anyway, I mean, I won't deny that did get to my head.
Yeah.
So I said, "Oh, sige." So I came out here. I mean, also I wanted to get away from corporate life, blah blah blah. So I came out here and I tried to pursue it, and then I found out I suck at acting.
Okay.
But then when
did you?
Oh, I did. I did Star Magic acting intro. It was so bad.
Sige, go.
I think that's
sample.
That's a story.
Isang sample lang.
Putang ina naman, Bash. Ganyan ka ba katigas?
Nagpopoy siya.
You love me.
Okay.
And my favorite eating sa hospital. Hindi, sa hospital.
Yung shampoo?
Oo, yung shampoo. Siguro kaya tayo iniiwan ng mga tao na mahal natin. Kasi mas maganda darating. Something like that. hindi ko ma-feel kasi nakalimutan ko yung line eh. But anyway, I think that's a story for a different day.
John Lloyd.
But at the end of the day, I lost a big parang respect for the industry in a sense. There's so much. I think that's a story for another day. If any of the Leche fans want to ask in the future, maybe I'll forgot us a question. Yeah. I would love to talk more about it. But what is the topic? We're Instagram, right?
Instagram.
So maybe I'll touch upon that on another day. But I think that we should shift away from focusing on what people really look like and focus on their talents and their skills. So, yeah, IG. What would what do you think would be the effect for if it like disappeared? Besides what you were talking about, like influencers, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
I mean, the shift.
Oh,
from
well,
everything.
definitely a lot of businesses would lose some business because, a lot of them promote on Instagram. But then again, there would still be like Twitter and Facebook. But the algorithm would be totally different. And like how you post, because it's so easy to post something beautiful on Instagram. And then people are going to see it right away. But on Twitter, it's not like that. Diba? Even
Instagram is the most engaged upon, or I'm not sure if I'm phrasing that right. The most engagement happens on Instagram, more so than Twitter, more so than Facebook.
Yeah.
I think it's partly because it's a visually, it's more visual.
Yeah.
Right? You don't post mga status updates. You don't just post text. It's usually a picture.
So I think it's like harder to promote something on Twitter than on Instagram, photo-wise. But if you put something like witty on your caption on Instagram, like those thoughts, yung mga ganon,
Yes.
yung mga parang, what do you call that? A thread, yung mga ganon. Diba? It's so popular on
You
Twitter.
mean Twitter?
Yeah, on Twitter.
Yeah.
Twitter. So, yeah, I think businesses, it would affect a lot the businesses.
Feel ko mas mabilis mag-viral on Twitter.
On Twitter.
Because you can retweet and then everyone on your account will see it.
Yeah.
Kasi on
Tsaka
IG,
yung algorithm nila, di ba, parang
ganun,
even
parang
if
ganun.
it's not a person that you follow,
it'll show
diba,
up.
it'll show up.
Kasi
for some
Instagram,
reason.
unless you regram a post, no one will check like the original post.
Yeah.
Whereas Twitter, you see the actual tweet, diba? So,
You know what? Sometimes I really just can't believe that we talk about Instagram. Like, it's an actual
It's a
thing,
thing.
right? And I mean, like, yun nga, yung parang it's like let's say it's money.
I studied it.
I know it is a thing.
And it was just...
It's just that I'm feeling ko lang like the generations before us would be like mind blown na parang ano tong pinag-uusapan nila? It's like a serious thing,
True.
Diba?
I mean, yeah, because Instagram and to some extent Facebook and I guess Twitter now. If you compare it to, I don't think it, ano yung dati sa dito? Friendster, Multiply. They never reached those levels.
You never had Friendster?
Zanga.
Ano yun?
Zanga. Kasi di ba I told you sa Mix 3, I went to a British school. Zanga yung mga ginagamit ng mga mga British
And it
peeps.
looked like, what? How? Like,
Para siyang Multiply, I think.
Okay.
But I never used Multiply, so I'm just guessing. But from what I recall checking Multiply, parang ganun din Zanga.
I remember Multiply was like the best thing
And
ever
MySpace.
Oh, we never had. Well,
Yun, MySpace,
some
malaki yun
people.
sa US. MySpace.
Yeah, I know. And like, di ba parang a lot of like the superstars or like singers
Before.
and stuff, they would,
Yeah, they would have... Actually, MySpace, after it kind of went down, I think it's still alive, right?
No?
Yeah, but it's mostly for musicians.
Oh, okay.
I think. Don't quote me on that. But last I checked, that's what it was. So, you had Multiply?
I had
You
Multiply, Friendster, and then Facebook.
But it never reached these levels where it's a part of every conversation, right? Businesses did not promote on Multiply.
More actually at
as
the
much
end
as
of
possible.
Multiply, parang naging marketplace na siya.
na lang.
But before on Friendster, it would just be you and your friends, and then you'd have Testy yung tawag din nila.
Testies? Ano?
Testy.
Isang ball?
Testy.
Ano yung testy? Wait, ano yung test? What is that? Sorry, I was just joking. I don't know what that is. Testimonial.
Testimonial,
You should lead with that and then say testy.
Testy.
Bro, pa.
Dok, ang sakit po ng testy ko.
Paki-check yung testy, please. Please.
So
we
we'd have like Testy. That was, people just write on your wall, parang ganon. But not to the point na people would sell stuff on Friendster or, sell themselves and stuff like that,
Okay.
Yeah, so there. It was a pretty cool thing. Actually, mas cool for me yung Multiply. Cause
Compared to
Friendster.
to Friendster. Okay.
Yeah, to Friendster. I mean, Instagram was like a game changer.
Yeah, how about now? What's your favorite out of everything?
Oh, no.
Ako IG o Instagram. For
Ako
sure.
YouTube, definitely. First thing in the morning, I would open YouTube and I would just watch videos of random people.
Are you, can you explain to me why the YouTube section, comment section is so shitty? Like there's so much shit going on
I know.
there. Why is that? Is it easier to make a dummy YouTube account? than it is to make a...
It's so hard to make a YouTube
But you have to sign up with like a phone number and stuff
like
too.
Your Google,
but if you go to
whatever.
like, oh my God, they are so... the people on YouTube are so fucked up.
I feel like because there are a lot of things you can hate on a YouTube video because it's minutes long. It's not just like a photo. It's just one thing.
What, are you gonna cough? Wait, go cough. Go do it. Just cough. We don't have a mute button, guys,
anyway,
so we're gonna
cough. You can hate a lot about a YouTube video because, it's a lot of things. And you can see a lot of things in the background or, what they
haters.
do.
They just come just for whatever reason.
And some people really love to hate. There's a thing called hate watching.
Hate watching.
Yeah, so you still watch this person even if you hate them. You hate the way they talk.
Haters will follow you,
I
bro.
know.
They will look at your content
weird.
and then they will analyze every single thing you do. So technically they're like a fan, right?
Yeah.
But like they're like a fan that wants to just bash you. It's so weird.
It's so weird.
That's if there are any bashers listening now, your life is so sad.
Kasi iba naman kasi yung haters, I guess. Like when you hate something and then when you're just bashing someone.
Same lang. For me. I don't know.
I don't know.
Bashers and haters are the same thing to me.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, I think there's
still
people
like negative. Nega pa rin sila.
I think there's some people that are solely dedicated to bashing and hating.
Yeah.
I think that's what's really crappy. And I just see them so much in YouTube all the time.
Like never, ever, ever look at a YouTube comment section.
Oh, yeah.
Especially if you like the video and you like the people in it. Just never, ever do it.
Just a quick story. I was watching a video of somebody that I used to work with. I don't want to name drop, blah, blah, blah. But this person got a new significant other. Okay. And this significant other the guy's former significant other was like medyo may sikat.
Okay, sikat.
But then the significant other now is not.
Okay.
And you just see the comments. Uy, mas maganda yung girl, blah blah. What the hell?
I know,
you
right?
don't
like,
even know this.
I know.
Are you kidding me? Ang sarap sampalin, bro.
And the funny thing is, when you go to their profiles, they're like a totally normal person. Yeah. They have kids, they drive their kids to a soccer game, or like, alam mo yun, they bake cookies.
Wait, are you talking about the bashers?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Oh, really?
Yeah, because
I see them behind like mga faceless names or mga anime characters on pictures sila.
Across all of the social media platforms, not just YouTube. Okay. Because like on Facebook, obviously people use their personal accounts, right? And then what I would do is like sometimes I would find the hate comments and look at their profiles. And they're like totally normal.
Normal people.
Like they share quotes and they say happy birthday to their titas.
That's so sad.
And it's just so weird. Like, why and how is this happening in your head?
So yeah, the moral of the story is do not go to YouTube comments. Anyway. Yuck, bro, you got laway on my laptop. Anyway, laway on my laptop.
It's called I'm showering my blessings. Okay, may titi pa?
I think we've covered. May titi pa ba? May testes na. May titis na. May testes na nga eh.
May got this a question.
We have got this question. Okay, we had one from Anna Nitrate.
Okay, just like a short one.
Where did she send this on Twitter? Facebook? Instagram. She asked us, what's the best chicken that we've ever had?
Okay, I kind of chose this one because I love chicken. It's like my number one thing. Like if I could just eat one thing every day, it would be chicken.
Fried chicken or just...
No, just like
just chicken in general?
Yeah, any dish.
Okay, where's your favorite chicken?
Oh man, again, juice.
Come on. Well, okay. I mean, what's your like one, and then like everything else is number two?
Fried. Okay.
Well, it just doesn't matter. Just where. I mean, any chicken. What's your favorite chicken dish? I think is what she asked, right?
Oh, chicken dish.
Or best chicken. I know, but are we supposed to like name breeds of chicken? I like the
free range.
Free range. Rooster. No, what's your
favorite chicken dish would be fried chicken talaga.
No, I mean where though?
Where?
I think that's what she wants to know. I didn't read the question. You read it.
So like there's this certain powder that are that my parents buy like all the time.
Okay.
And it would have like a certain taste talaga. And I would know if it's a different powder that they use. I mean mix for fried chicken. Like the coating.
All right, you're losing me here. What is your best chicken dish?
Wait. So my best would be my The one that we cook in the house.
Home cooked chicken.
Yeah, home cooked chicken.
That's a nice, safe answer.
And then there's this one chicken sandwich, super sarap. It's in foul bread. It's in BGC. And I was just there.
Yeah.
I was just there the other day and I did not, like, hindi ko alam kung ba't hindi ako kumuha ng foul bread.
Sarap ng foul bread. The one with the pickle, right? It has pickles in it?
Yung parang may purple slaw.
Yes.
Okay, so for me, foul bread, yun. Tapos yung next, yung sa 8 Cuts, kasi super sarap yung chicken sandwich.
I haven't had their chicken sandwich at 8 Cuts.
It's so
Usually
good.
burgers
It's so
lang.
crispy.
Pero lumit yung burgers ng 8 Cuts, ha? If you, for me, I think.
Actually, I don't eat a lot of burgers. Like, I'm not a burger eater.
Foul bread, by the way, if you didn't know. This is not a paid plug, by the way. It's
I just really like it.
We just like it. The same owners of Foul Bread is Bad Bird, I think.
Really?
Yeah, Bad Bird.
That's why I like Bad Bird.
Yeah, Bad Bird, Foul Bread. But they also have Le Petit Soufflé.
Oh,
and,
okay.
may isa pa eh. Dati may ping pong diplomacy, but I think they closed down.
Okay.
Basta, I hosted kasi their Christmas party 2 years ago. So, wala lang. Foul bread. High street. Super good. Sarap ng their pasta with gyoza. It's such a weird combo.
I always get their chicken sandwich.
Oh, you should try it. The pasta with gyoza.
I'm gonna try
Solid.
it. Okay. Oh, how about you?
My, you know what? I'm a basic bitch. I like fried chicken, Jollibee. I like Chicken Joy.
Good. Yeah,
it's good, yo.
Yeah.
In terms of maybe other chicken dishes, nothing comes to mind because I love chicken in general. I love mang inasal. I'll fuck with that all
like
day.
inasal. Oh, yeah.
I love it. I used to.
Inasal is really good.
There's a time when I was.
Isn't that like a type of like how you cook it? Inasal.
Oh yeah, mang inasal is inasal is the type of style. I think
style
grilled
of cooking.
yata or whatever. I don't know.
Help us out here, guys.
Originally from Davao ba yun? Hindi. Bacolod. So yeah, I like.
Something else.
What did you say?
Sabi ko Iloilo?
Iloilo. Oh,
no,
I mean it's a
anyway.
common mistake.
Okay.
Okay, so the next question we have is from someone on Instagram, FBEC5D. We were trying to figure out if that meant anything.
I know, right? I feel like it's like it sounds like a Wi-Fi password at a coffee shop. Diba?
Or totoo yun.
Diba? Ganun yun.
Bakit ganun yung mga password?
I think it's like computer generated.
So that they can change it every day.
Yeah.
All right, so they asked, can you spill something? Spill tea on some
drink.
things. Spill tea. Yeah, if you're not familiar with the term spill tea, it's like like RuPaul yun, di ba? RuPaul ba yung originator nun?
Yeah.
It's like it's like talk shit.
Yeah, kind of. Or like ichika mo na.
Yeah, chika. Mga chismosa. Any unpopular opinions that you want to share, you personally. Is there anything on your mind that you don't like? Not actually, you know what? I don't think it has to be an unpopular opinion. It's just something that you know.
Maybe a lot of people like that you don't,
or a lot of people do that you don't agree with.
Yeah.
For example, do you have something? If not, if you want to think,
okay,
I can think.
I can think.
I hate Filipino time.
Oh, okay.
Oh man, I fucking hate Filipino time because, as I mentioned, I think mixed 3. I grew up in Tokyo.
Yeah.
So everything's on time there. Trains are rarely, if ever, late. And if they are late, you get an excuse from you get a legit piece of paper that says...
Have you ever?
No, never. It was always on time. And the thing with Filipino time, kasi, and I've tweeted about this in the past, it shows a lack of respect for time.
For other people.
Let's say you have a job and you have a reliever. So if your reliever is late 30 minutes, not only are they taking away 30 minutes from you, they're taking away 30 minutes from the company. It's the worst. And the thing that really pisses me off is that it's how do you say our audio messed up again. We have
no.
But it's gonna work though. So the thing that really messes... Oh, God. All right. I'm going to take off my headphones. Okay. So the thing that I really hate about Filipino time is that people will make an excuse. They'll be like, I traffic. That's like the main reason. And I can
all
never...
the time.
I cannot stand that excuse. Simply because if you wake up earlier. I don't know. Is that such a problem? And then the thing that really makes me mad is that people will say, well, it doesn't matter what time I wake up. I'm still late.
I'm still going to be late.
That's not true. That's impossible. Are you a time traveler? That doesn't make sense.
Okay.
It doesn't make sense. Wala lang. It's just like, you know what? I hate being late so much that I have gone to extremes. That I have, let's say, at an event at 9 a.m.
Okay.
One time in, I forgot where, somewhere in SM, like far away, like east. It was at 9 or 10 was my call time.
Okay.
I left at 4 a.m. and I chilled at a coffee shop for like 3 hours.
Okay.
Because I was so nervous about being late, about not being able to book a Grab or blah, 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 because I don't have a car here. So I legit went there early so I wouldn't be late. I hate being late.
You know
it
what?
Sucks.
I feel like a lot of people are slowly agreeing with you because, you know, it's not like we like it. You know, if Filipinos don't like it, it's just that nakasanayan. But, you know, I feel like people are slowly realizing that, you know, it's important to not be late. And
it extends to everything. And it's the thing that I think makes it even worse is that it's an accepted thing. Like everywhere. So, for example, at
and
event,
some people
have you ever hosted an event, maybe besides the one you hosted this weekend, that started on time? For me, it's like a 95% chance the event will start late. Whether it be 5 minutes late or an hour late, it never starts on time.
Yeah.
And it's
and
like
people expect it already.
It's like, oy, ano oras tayo pupunta sa event? It starts at 7. Punta tayo, alis tayo mga 7:30. Late naman yung magsa-start eh.
Look, I really agree with you when it comes to this because I don't like being late as well.
Yeah.
And I mean, you can see, like, I'm always here like an hour before. It's because I just, even though I can, and it's alright with me, it's like, in my mind, it's like an itch you can't scratch.
True.
Yung parang, shucks, malilate na ako. Even though may coffee pa ako, I could still chill. You know, I stand up and I leave. So yeah, I kind of agree with you.
And the thing is, you know what? Speaking for myself, I don't like to call people out either. Because you never know what they were going through in that day.
Yeah.
But then we have friends. I'm not gonna name names, but we have friends that are late consistently all the time. And I'm like, man, that's just a part of who they are, or is it just something that's been so widely accepted that parang wala lang? Because in the States, if you are late to work, let's say twice or 3 times, your ass is fired, bro. You cannot come to work again. Legit. There's also something called no call, no show. Okay. So if you don't call and you don't show up, you can get terminated. No questions asked, bro. But if you're late in the state, if you're late more than 3 times in a month, they have grounds for termination.
Yeah.
And that does not happen here. Dude, if I had my own company, I would put them out on their ass. I would be like, yo, man, you were late 3 times. No, that's how I think that's how we should approach this thing. I know it's very extreme, but I think that's the way to keep people, you know.
True.
The only time I think considering someone would be late is okay, or not. It's like it's not okay, but like where it's understandable because traffic is so shitty. So if ever you have an event that starts at 3 p.m. and ends at 5 p.m., let's say you're in QC, and then your next thing is at 6 p.m. in Pasay on a Friday payday, it's impossible. I think physically impossible to do it. But first of all, the event shouldn't have been that close. You shouldn't have scheduled. But if that's the only way, then that's the only time I would be like, you know what? It's inevitable you're going to be late.
Right.
But other than that, mga ube babes, mga leche fans, I don't care. You can feed me any excuse. I will not, unless you, I know, I don't want to really offend anybody, but unless you have maybe kids or something and you gotta bring them to school. A valid excuse. But most of the time, I'm gonna venture to say like 90% of people's excuses are full of shit. So if you're always late, I have no sympathy for you, and I lose a little bit of respect for you. I'll probably still like you as a person if if you're not a douchebag or something. But if you're late all the time, dude, change that shit up.
Yeah, bro. You know what? Actually, yung sa akin naman is kind of related to that. Are you done?
Yeah, go
ahead. It's kind of related to that. It's ako naman not showing up at all. You know how super uso yung game ka, GG ka. And then when we're there, it's happened to me Countless.
Like mga friends?
Like,
or
friends.
just in general? Okay.
Friends that I see like almost every day, or I talk to them. And
Wait, they'll say yes.
They'll say yes.
Then they don't show up?
And then they don't show up.
Oh.
Like actually, there was a certain month, siguro August, na every week, someone would just stand me up. Tama ba?
Oh, yes, stand me up.
And then I would just be like alone in the restaurant, or alone in the gym, or alone in the, it's just like I got so tired of it. I never ever invite anyone anymore to anything that I like. So unless they're super sure, and I would tell them, this is sure
Punta
like
ka.
hindi, like sasabihin ko na nga minsan magagalit ako pag hindi ka pumunta. I'd straight up tell them, because sobrang daming beses na nangyari sa akin, especially the term G. Like, G.
And they don't show up?
Yeah, they just say.
Ako kasi, if I don't want to go, I'll make an excuse. I'll be like, sorry,
no,
busy
you know
ako. I know I have something to do. Even if I really don't have something to do, if I don't want...
The thing is, I would understand, like most of the time nga, that's why I'm really mad. It's because I'm not forcing you to do it,
yeah.
You could have just said no, and I would be happy alone. But I'm not happy because I was expecting someone, and now I'm alone.
I know it's not an excuse either, but I think maybe the reason why they said G is because they feel like they don't want to disappoint you, which is bullshit, because they disappoint you even more by just not showing up. But I think the act of saying no is also very difficult, and I understand that as well.
Yeah.
I have difficulty turning people down.
Yeah.
So that's why I make up excuses.
You know what? Actually, before, that was also my issue. But then when I encountered these people na could have just said no and then didn't show up, na-realize ko na, you know what? You should just say no. So now, medyo ko sa, sorry again po.
So you're more comfortable saying no.
Yeah, I'm more comfortable saying no.
Go.
Especially, actually, na-realize ko, super liberating when you say no when you're going out for a meal and then you can't afford it. Like, super ang liberating, and I would say, di mo na ako sasama, may baon ako, because, I really can't afford. I say it outright because, I can't really live outside my means, sorry.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's like my number one thing. Na I know a lot of people say, G, game ako, game, tara, go. And then they don't show up. So, for me, just don't say it.
So I guess today's lesson on the Mix 4 is just be straightforward and just be who you are. No, I think the world needs more of that. Whether it be being straightforward of not being able to attend or go somewhere, or being straightforward like, yo, bro, stop asking me about my weight, or like, I think that you shouldn't care too much about people's weight. I think there's a goodness in it. All right, so. I think that covers most of it. You know what? We should have a shout-out section.
Shout out!
But to be honest, TBH, we're not super prepared because I didn't screenshot or whatever all of them. But there was someone who messaged on Facebook. Her name is April Antonio.
Okay.
And she said she wants us to shout out her husband, Alderain. So see, Alderain introduced the Halo Halo Show podcast to her, to April. So to April, thank you very much for that kind message.
Thank you, April.
Yeah, and
can I go to our Instagram or to our?
If you can, go ahead.
Or Twitter. And
also, right now, let's while Rica does that, some other important / shameless plugs. Okay. We're gonna announce the winner of the t-shirts online na lang, because there's a t-shirt giveaway from Mix 3.
Okay.
We're gonna announce that soon. Mm-hmm. So if we haven't announced it yet, you could probably still join if this is still out on Monday and we haven't announced it. But if it's announced, congratulations to the winner. The other thing is you can email us at thehallohaloshow@gmail.com. If you want to ask us any questions for Got Us a Question. Or if you want to pay us give us money, donations.
What was that other suggestion about ice?
Hindi, I forgot it na. Ganda nun, it was on Twitter. It was, it was how we would greet people. Yellow, mga ube babes. Yellow. I forgot what it was. Sorry, I forgot what it was. But we're gonna get better at it. We're gonna shout out people in the future. But if you want to also use the hashtag The Halo Halo Show, if you're tweeting about us, we would love for you to use that hashtag.
Please do.
Yeah, Twitter,
I have
Instagram.
A lot, but can you just do it next time?
Next time na lang. We'll do it next time.
So we can streamline it.
Yeah, we want to make sure that it's right. Also, we want to thank Mickle Microphones. We forgot to do it in Mix 3. We did it in Mix 2. MICKLE.
It wasn't my responsibility.
It's both. But the microphones that we've been using have been generously given to us by Mickle.
Yeah, thank you, Mickle.
And they're super affordable, like $1.5 each, on Lazada. Just search for Mickle.
Wow, it's super easy to get. I mean, super
easy to get.
Easy to get.
It's on our. If you want to check out the model number, we post it on YouTube. If you want to see what it looks like, actually, I'll just
Model
show it
number.
right here on our video. I don't know if I could focus on there. Pero
Where?
Right there. Mickle. That. So
Mickle.
make sure to check that out. And without them, we wouldn't have started the podcast effectively.
I know, right?
And should we do another? I'm gonna do another giveaway.
Ooh,
another
really?
one. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Okay,
Now.
go.
I have so many food items, chips,
Ooh.
and
Bingin
Cloud9
naman ako
chocolates. So if you are able to claim
Okay.
in the Ortigas area, we're gonna do something similar. We're gonna post a picture or something on Instagram after Mix 4 airs, and we want you to comment. What should they comment? Sige, ikaw na bahala. Anything. Go.
Man.
Anything. Comment us your darkest fantasy.
Dark. Oh my goodness, this is gonna be amazing.
Yeah,
by the way.
just comment it, and if you
Fine.
only if you can claim pala in Ortigas, by the way, it's a
Okay.
lot of food. So if you have it's a lot of bags of chips and
Yeah, but
Cloud9.
Ortigas is fairly accessible.
Yeah, so if you wanna do that, please check it out and tweet us Hala Hala Show. Oh, by the way, guys,
Okay.
last mix we said we're the Hala Hala Show everywhere except for Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
I messaged somebody
Okay.
who was following the Hala Hala Show on Instagram because
Okay.
there's an account called the Hala Hala Show, and the dude said that he knows the owner, and they're gonna actually use it. And then guess what? The next morning they posted a picture. It was a repost. So they said, "Sorry, we're actually gonna use it." Baloney. But anyway, just being bitter about it. So yeah, we've reached I think around almost the hour mark here.
All
yeah,
right.
almost the hour mark. So thank you very much for tuning in.
Thank you very much.
Tuning in.
And
Thank you very much for listening.
for listening. Can you hear the rain? Is that rain?
I bless the rains down and out. That's our extra song. Go.
Okay.
I bless the rains
don't know.
down in Africa.
Are we gonna get copyrighted?
I don't know. Bye-bye.
Bye.